breaking news. Breaking news. Despite a year-long court proceeding, turns out Typhlosion has been found guilty of sexual relations with human Pokemon trainers. The verdict is it has been removed as the Gen 2 starter and has been replaced with Tepig.
Cyndaquil is never going to be the Gen 2, Cyndaquil is never going to be the starter for this game, Bleg. He was in the last game. He was in the last Legends game. Why would they give him another form?
No, I know, but it's just funny that we get both Chikorita and Totodile.
It is funny that it is Chikorita and Totodile. It could have been anybody else.
It could have been anybody else, but
I had thought that they had least oh my goodness, leaked the starters way like a long time ago. And I thought it was Snivy, Litten,
and Piplup.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that.
What happened?
That's Pokemon, baby. They're like, nah.
I'm not upset that it's Totodile.
That's my boy. That's my number one.
I love me some Totodile.
Mm-hmm.
Big Gator.
That's him.
That's him. That's that guy.
Absolutely.
So the Pokemon Direct happened today, and that's why we kind of jumped into this because it's so fresh in our minds. And boy, am I whelmed.
Man, nobody gives a fuck about Pokemon Sleep. Can we admit that? Gamers.
Or Pokemon Rivals.
Pokemon Unite. Is that the one?
No, Unite's the MOBA.
Oh, okay. What's the one you're talking about?
The one that's like the gacha game.
Oh, Masters.
Yeah.
Pokemon Masters EX. Yeah, no one cares.
Oh, I'm tired of half the Direct being taken up by 74 mobile games that no one cares.
No one plays.
Cafe. Who the fuck's playing Pokemon Cafe?
No one's playing Pokemon Cafe.
Who the fuck is playing Pokemon Cafe?
Hey, if you guys are playing Pokemon Cafe Remix, let us know in the comments down below.
We're also getting a new pack for Pokemon TCG Pocket. I feel like we just got these packs.
Hey, you know how it takes... I'm still not completed with the first pack. It takes forever to pull a single EX in any of these packs.
Yeah, the pull rates are too low for a digital-only game.
That you get 2 packs a day, unless if you shell out money to get 2 extra packs.
Yeah.
I can't lie, I kind of dropped TCG. Just a little bit.
I did too. The Pokemon TCG as a whole. Oh, Megas are coming back to the TCG.
Oh, I did see. Yep, that was an announcement. I'm not gonna lie.
You won't be able to buy any of it because Pokemon's Hellscape.
Fucking. As someone who very recently was heavy into the trading card game collecting of Pokemon. Fuck this. No, I'm so glad like I have not been buying cards for like the last 3-4 sets. Like prismatic evolutions. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. We left this shit in 2022. Logan Paul left this shit back in 2022. We don't need this again.
Yeah.
No.
We're just the videos of like them having like pallets of it at like Sam's Club or Costco or whatever, and like 12 grown fucking dudes just grab all of it. What a bunch of clowns. I know I oust some of our fans maybe by chance, but
give an ETB to a kid, dude.
The game used to be fun. You want to buy 2 because you want to keep 1 set aside. I don't got a problem with that, but like the videos like dudes grabbing just like armfuls of them the second the store opens is so stupid.
I absolutely hate the scalper mentality and the scalper culture that we live in and we have lived in for like the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's Pokemon cards, we're heading right into another graphics card shortage.
We'll get into that in a second.
If you buy one of the paper the pieces of paper, 5090s. I don't feel bad for you. And I hope your bots buy 4 more.
Man. Coming out swinging with this podcast. I'm not going to lie to you.
I
We're
do
coming out
not
swinging.
care. I do not care. Like, yeah, keep destroying the market that you're trying to actively sell to. Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand. Like, growing up, Plague, I'm sure you can attest to this. Like, you didn't tell people you, like, played Pokemon.
No. I did, and that was the reason why I stopped.
And now everyone's like, I've always liked Pokemon.
Yeah, no. No, you
No.
fucking didn't.
A YouTuber made a bunch of money pulling packs. And now you think you're the next YouTuber. And companies aren't, like, safe from doing this either. When Magic the Gathering had the Lord of the Rings set and they had the One Ring.
I'm not even into Lord of the Rings, and I've heard all about that shit.
Post Malone bought that card for $2 million.
$2 million. And it's still not the most expensive Magic card.
No, it is. That is the most expensive Magic card I've ever seen.
I thought Black Lotus sold for 2.2.
No. Nope.
Got it.
Yeah, for a piece of cardstock this big. These are my cards for Marvel Crisis Protocol from X-Men.
Very nice. Very nice. Good plug.
But your scalping is ruining nerdy hobbies. It just is.
One of the most fun things about being a kid into a hobby like Pokemon this is personal experience, was going to the grocery store with my mom and being in the checkout line and being like, hey mom, is it okay if I get a pack of Pokemon cards? And she'd be like, well, you did do good in school today, so go ahead and get 2 packs.
Yeah. They'd be like, they'd be on the little runners, right?
Yeah, on the runners at the checkout line.
With the little hole punch through them, and you just...
And
they're
open them in the
aisle.
car. And open them in the car, and, you know...
You'd open them, and you get that smell of, like, the glue that holds them together.
Better than crack cocaine, man.
I was talking about this at work today, funnily enough. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the best smelling cards.
Hands down.
Maybe the worst smelling players, but the best smelling cards.
Worst smelling players, best smelling cards, hands down.
And, you know, you don't have that anymore. Yu-Gi-Oh! You still do because people aren't buying a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
Funnily
enough, people care about Yu-Gi-Oh! But not to that extent.
Yeah.
The cards are still extreme, but not to the levels of Magic or Pokemon.
Yeah. Magic has like the pedigree of it.
Yep.
So Magic will always be one of the big dogs.
Magic has a fun game. Pokemon has cool creatures.
Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have either.
Yeah. There's the Blue Eyes, Black Magician Girl.
Yep.
Or Dark Magician, my bad.
I mean, you were technically correct if you were Japanese to English. They are called Black Magician in Japanese.
Yeah, so I'm just tired of it's the fuck them kids mentality, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fun for me, not for you.
Yep. Which then it's gonna make kids go, I just don't collect Pokemon cards.
Yep.
And eventually you're just selling to other scalpers.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to go circle jerk each other.
That's their point, though. That's what they want. They don't want kids buying their cards because kids don't have money. They want to sell this Umbreon Moon card for $2,000.
Yeah.
They don't want to sell it for $100.
Growing up, I had a Nidoking deck that was sick. You know, Hollow Nidokings. And I bridge shuffled that shit.
Oh yeah.
I
kept it rubber banded in my pocket for
we would play on the concrete pad at recess.
Oh yeah.
No mat.
No mat. If you did
You
use a mat, it was the paper mat
uh
from the structure decks.
yeah. Do you remember when structure decks came with like the little glass marbles?
Oh, those like the little
They're
like
like
the
amber
tokens.
colored.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the little river stone
I
things.
loved those.
I was telling my
Definitely
wife about
shoved
that.
like too many of those up my nose.
I was telling my wife Bailey about that, and she's like, "My brother's never had that." And I was like, "Oh, like I know someone has to know what I'm talking about." They're like little like amber colored
Yep. Like half
and
circle like half
yeah, little
marbles.
glass bead
Yep.
things. Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy,
No, those existed, and I think they
but
were only in the base set structure decks.
yeah. So I remember specifically getting. I don't remember what decks they were, but I remember getting two of them because my dad was going to learn how to play the game with me. He never did, never learned. But
Ah.
I remember he bought both of them for me for one reason or another, and yeah, that was just an option. We literally walked into the card and he's like, pick two of them.
Hmm. Back when
So
you could.
you're like when you could. Now, if you can buy Pokemon cards, you have to go talk to somebody to buy them.
They're behind the counter.
They're
There
with
was
the cigarettes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. There was a time, not recently, because I haven't bought them recently, but back in the big boom with Jake Paul and everything, that
Yeah.
I had to go to the cigarette aisle to get an ETB of what was it? Celebrations for the 25th anniversary. It was in the cigarette aisle, and I had to be like, "Hey, you got any of them
Can I get
packs?
some Pokemon cards?
Hey, man, makes me
It's
feel
just
dirty."
uh I guess another game that gets scalped is Lorcana, but no one cares about Lorcana.
No one cares about Lore. I care more about MetaZoo than I care about Lorcana.
That was a scam. That game,
I
that game,
know.
that game released like what 2, 3 sets and then just went nah and disappeared.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I like I said, I sometimes when I would walk through the store, like I'm not an avid Pokemon card collector anymore, but when I was younger, I was. So sometimes for nostalgia's sake, I'll be like, what's the set right now? And I'll look at it and I'll buy a pack of it. Why not?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yep.
It's all gone. It's taking the fun out of collecting.
It
And people are
has.
gonna be like, skill issue. Maybe you should get to the store and get trampled by a bunch of sweats. Maybe that's your.
Maybe you should get an insider with one of the restockers and find out the dates and times that they restock.
Guess what? I'm pretty good friends with my LGS. If I wanted to get cards just because, I could.
But I
Plagues
don't.
met the owner of our LGS.
Oh yeah.
He would sell them to me at MSRP if I asked.
So
But that's not the. But I don't collect the game. It's not for me. I want to be able to like. I'm shopping with my wife and go. Why not?
yep. Like I feel right now the only reason why you would buy a pack of Pokemon cards, if you could find them, is hey, you know what? This would be really cool for my son to experience.
Yeah. It's the reason that I built 2 Game Boys with like future proofing. You know, I future proof 2 Game Boys. They have USB Type C charging. They have nicer screens.
Yep.
And I bought knockoff copies of the Pokemon games because I want him to be able to experience those things. You know, upgrade batteries, etc.
Yeah. So they don't die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I 100% get it.
Oh, it's right here. I like replace the shell and stuff on it. So it's like this one's mine, but I have 2 of them because I want to go on those adventures again with him.
Right. And even if he hits you with the, "Ugh, Dad, this is lame. My iPod Touch." Fuck. Holy shit! I just dated myself.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god. Sorry. My iPhone 20 RS RTX 5090 Super can do this, and I can emulate it.
Speaking of Pokemon on your phone, they showed off Pokemon Champions.
That seems cool. I'm not gonna
Which
lie.
seems like it's going to be an official Pokemon Showdown.
It seems like it's an official Pokemon Showdown, but I'm still pretty sure that you have to use legitimate Pokemon that you trained and
Yeah, it sounds like there'll be some Pokemon in the app for you to use, like rental Pokemon.
Stadium
Yep.
style.
Or you'll be able to transfer, which
Yeah,
is cool.
which is
I like
very
that.
cool. I like and compatible with Home
Yep.
and Go.
If this could be really awesome,
That's a game
or
changer.
or it could really suck.
I thought when I was watching it. Now, bear in mind, I watched the direct or the Pokemon Day announcements about 5 minutes after I woke up at 1.75 times speed. So
Because I told him to.
I might have missed some stuff, and I was also getting ready for work,
Yeah.
and
I
I cut it close when I go to work, um, and so I'm like, okay, fuck. I thought it said only for Apple, like the Apple App Store, and I'm like, oh,
mm,
you're fucking kidding me. Oh, you're
no, it
fucking
looks like
kidding.
it's gonna be for iOS and the Switch. Um, yeah, it could be great or really, really bad.
Yeah.
Don't fuck this up for me.
Don't fuck this up. This could be a game changer.
Could be. When they were first revealing, I thought for sure it was they were going to tell us we're getting official emulators for the old games.
That's what I thought too. I was like, oh, we're going through the original Game Boy with the link cables, and then I went to the Game Boy Advance, and I'm like,
Yep.
they're doing it. They're releasing a pack of all the classics, and it's going to be on the Switch and the Switch 2.
Yep. Oh, that's another thing. Switch 2 got announced. We talked about this last podcast.
Probably, I don't know. It's been a while. We'll get into that. They're crazy
I
shit's
feel we
happening.
definitely did. We definitely did because I talked about the point of failure on it.
Yep, the point of failure. Yep.
Um,
Should we just get into it? Because we kind of talked about the scalping.
yeah, how you won't be able to buy one because a bunch of bots will buy them all.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get into the reason why we've taken such a long break.
Yeah, Plague's been going through it a little bit.
We've
I
had some
actually
issues.
I meant to actually have a solo podcast, and then I ended up helping Plague pretty much every night we were going to do the podcast.
Yep. So the last podcast, I do remember talking about
Go
it.
ahead.
Oh, gotcha. The last podcast, I do remember
Go ahead.
talking about it. I was basically saying like I have an i9 12900K and a 3080 Ti that's water cooled. I don't understand why I'm having these issues where
It's all
I'm
on my
like,
desk.
where I'm like black screening and dealing with this and dealing with that. Like, what is happening? And so I had stated that there were some issues with my computer, and I was like, okay, so I know that we talked about that in the last podcast. Well, in between then and now, I decided, you know what? We basically deduced that it was the graphics card. It was opened, it was modified, the water cooling temperatures were way off. It was hitting like 97 degrees with water cooling, and we were like, I think that the shelf life of this 3080 Ti has just hit its limit, and there might have just been some issues that it ran into because of which. So I bit the bullet and I decided to buy a 7900 XTX, which
Just a cheap video card.
just a
That's
cheap
why he
video
broke
card.
it to me, by the way.
I
He's
didn't
like,
know.
yeah,
I didn't
ordered a cheap.
know.
I just ordered a cheap video card offline, the 7900 XTX. I went,
I didn't know.
what?
Okay,
This is a
I'm
$900 card.
I was team. Okay, bit of context here before you hit him with that. So I've been team green my entire PC building experience.
Mhm.
Not anymore. I've been team green my entire time. And after every time I've bought a video card, it has always been during Black Friday or some sort of sale until I bought that 7900 XTX. And that was $800. And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's not during a sale. That's fairly expensive. That's probably full price, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, yeah, that probably makes sense. Whatever. I was thinking that like I was getting it on like some sort of deal or something. Cause I was thinking like, oh, like the whatever, at the time it would have been a 4080 or 4090, was like
$2,000,
2 grand.
3
So I'm
grand.
like, okay, so this is just like a midline AMD graphics card, if not like 5-year-old AMD graphics card. It's only $800. This is
Nope,
probably, yeah.
their flagship card.
Didn't know. Genuinely didn't know. I typed in AMD graphics card and it was the first thing that popped up. And I was
So,
like, cool.
so we went to install this. Plague installed it with a friend of ours while I was at work. Plague's
And,
built PCs before.
yep.
This is not an indication on him at all.
This is not an
Um,
indication on me or our friend whatsoever. So
I
we
get there. I get a Snapchat from Plague, and Plague goes, "Well, I heard a pop, and then a spark, and here's the video card. And it's charred."
So basically, we installed the video card. We installed the 7900 XTX into my case, which I'm using a height Y60. Very popular case.
Case.
The case. One step below the one that you see everyone use. So could have been a point of failure with the riser cable. Could have been a point of failure with the graphics card. Probably not either. Could have been a point of failure with me or our buddy. Don't know, but we installed it. We plugged it in. We updated our drivers. And the second we updated our drivers, I went to launch Marvel Rivals because, again, I was hitting 30 frames a second at 1080p with a 3080 Ti. And I was like, I just want to see it run Marvel Rivals because apparently this is the flagship AMD card. The second I hit launch on Marvel Rivals, the screen goes gray. I hear a pop. I see a spark. And we just smell like electronic burning. Immediately, we shut everything off, disconnect the power, take the case out like into our building area, which is my kitchen table.
Yep.
And like we're trying to figure out what it was. At first, we didn't know it was a graphics card. To be fair, let me reiterate that. I didn't want to believe it was the graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, was it a cable in the back? Did I mismanage some cables and it was running into like something like a fan spinning and a fan caught it and it like burnt out a motor? Was it like something to do with the power supply? Did the power supply fail? What's going on? And then sure enough, pulled out the graphics card and yeah, like the little connector on the far left of the PCIe connector just charred black.
So in my infinite wisdom, I said I can maybe fix that.
Yeah, like it was
So
just like 2 pins, and they could have been ground pins.
And I thought they were because one of them was a short pin. So I get there and I take some alcohol and I clean up the pins. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's missing these 2 pins, but they might be ground pins. Worst case scenario, it doesn't display. I put it in my bench. I plug it in, hit the power button, and it shoots a flame about this big out of the PCIe slot. And I went, ooh!
Newegg, if you're listening, that didn't happen. This is all hearsay. We don't know if that actually happened.
Could have happened.
Might have
allegedly
happened.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. That happened in Minecraft, but not in real life.
I have never seen a flame shoot out of a computer before. It was insane.
Yeah.
The Plague sent it back, got a new card.
So yeah, no, we genuinely, I'm fairly certain that it was, and again, it is bound to happen, a faulty graphics card. Yeah. Again, this is a flagship. It's very rare. It could be a 1 in a million chance, but I have had some of the shittiest luck that this could be the 1 in a million that I just got the 7900 XTX. Now,
so Plague was playing on a 1070 for a while.
So I sold my 3070, which I had before I upgraded to our buddy's 38 water cooled 3080 Ti. I sold that to Jesty's brother because he needed a gaming computer. So we fandangled him a gaming computer with that in my old case and some old components of Jesty's. Um, and so that was my only other backup card was the 1070. And I'm like, let's just see how Marvel Rivals runs. And sure enough, it
And
ran
it
better.
ran better.
It ran better than the 3080. And I'm like, okay, yeah, something was up.
Yeah.
We did end up finding out throughout this whole experience that it probably wasn't the 3080, but my motherboard.
I think that might have been part of it. I think the 3080 might have been not in fantastic shape either.
It was a tale of two horses. The
Yeah.
3080 being modified in the way that it was probably didn't help. But because our buddy bought me because our buddy sold me the 3080 and they felt responsible for kind of all of this happening, they ended up buying me a brand new motherboard because the motherboard was shot after the spark happened.
Yep.
So they bought me a new motherboard, and turns out my computer was running at, I want to say, 4 times slower than it was supposed to. Maybe 5 times slower. Like booting was 5 times slower. Launching applications was 5 times slower. And so that's why we are kind of thinking that it was kind of a little bit of both ends. But yeah, so 7900 XTX gets sent back to Newegg, and I'm like, okay, just send me a new one. Well, here's where that plague bad luck strikes. So in between the time that I get this first 7900 XTX, the spark happens, and I send it back to Newegg, Nvidia shits the fucking bed and announces that the 50 series cards are all about AI and that they run worse than the 40 series cards in almost every aspect. And so everyone and their fucking mother is buying up every other type of graphics cards because they don't want to deal with the fucking 50 series cards. So Newegg can't get me a replacement 7900 XTX. Luckily though, love them to death, they were able to give me a full refund. To which I was luckily able to snag a 7900 XT from Best Buy because I just so happened to look at one of their restocks. Now I'm one of the scalpers, but I'm actually using it.
And you bought one.
I bought one, and I am using
Even if you
it.
would have bought two for you and your wife's PC, that's not being a scalper.
No.
You didn't buy it with the intention of, oh, and I'm going to sell it for $1,700.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's just so funny that I just so happen to look at Best Buy because I'm like, I need a replacement card. I just
Yep.
happened to catch Best Buy at their restock. Like, I was like looking, oh, nothing. I went back to Newegg, oh, nothing. Went back to Best Buy. Oh my God, they actually have one. They have one in. Add to cart. Fuck, someone bought it. Look again. They have a different one. Add to cart. Buy. Got it.
Yep. And then later next month, the 9070 XT and the 9070 come out.
Yep.
So Jesse's going to try his hand at getting one of them.
Absolutely.
Because this 3060, workhorse. Absolute workhorse. I have had zero issues with it. I'll probably just do a cheap AM4 build and drop it in there. Because it's got life left.
Oh, hell yeah. The 30 series cards,
They're great.
The 3080 Ti's, are fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
speaking of like random cards, we were decommissioning some devices at work.
Oh my God.
And we pop them open. I had to send Plague a picture. We had these CAD machines that had just 2080 supers in them.
Yeah. You had four of them.
I had 4 of them on my desk. I was like,
4.
I sent Plague a picture. They still have the plastic wrap on them. They are 2080 Super Founders Editions.
Yeah, they're all Founders Editions. Like, holy shit.
That's a beast of a card.
And they could be yours.
Could be mine.
For the
I
low,
might
low
buy 'em.
price of a 5-finger discount. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I keep telling my boss, I'm like, look, maybe there was 4 of them. Maybe there was only 2.
Maybe there was
I
only 2.
guess we'll never know.
Maybe my bonus came early.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. CIO, I love you. Big fan of the podcast, Mr. CIO. Love him to death. He makes a great latte.
He does make good latte.
I'm just letting you know, as your favorite host of this podcast, if you maybe help out my lesser here with a 2080 Super, I might make you a Christmas card. I don't know what I might do. I might put something in for you, Mr. CIO.
Unbelievable.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But it really, like, the graphics card shortage and stuff really affects us. We've been having this just run of just building computers for people.
Yeah, we really have been.
And since we've been doing that, we haven't built Plague's wife a computer.
This entire fucking time.
She's got like an Optiplex with a 3070 in it, right?
3060. She's got a 3060 in there. She's got the workhorse.
In an Optiplex.
So fun story. I wanted to get Kristen a computer. Sorry, I wanted to get everyone knows her name. It's fine. I don't care. I wanted to get Kristen a computer for the longest time, but we ran into the issue of I was still working at a place that I didn't make a lot of money, and so it was just it got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna get you something. I'm gonna get you a pre-built, but nowhere in our city sells good pre-builts. So I was like, you know what? We're not going to Walmart. We're not going to blank. We're not going to blank. Let's go check Costco. And sure enough, I go to Costco and I see that they have this it's the case is literally like an Optiplex, but it has like an i7 an i7 99K, 9900K. It's got a 3060 in it. It's got like 32 gigs of RAM. And it was only $1,200, and I'm like, could do a lot worse. So we fucking got it, and it's been doing her great for like the last 3 years. But my wife is all about aesthetic, and since we've gotten her house,
that is not aesthetic.
That is not aesthetic. It is a little black box.
It does not go unnoticed, by the way, because I grilled Plague probably once a month. I see his PC, I'm like, God, and you have your wife over here in Harry Potter's closet land with her Optiplex.
It's very true. It is very true. So I have started. We made this discovery, and I've always kind of known it in the back of my mind, but I finally have just been like, what the fuck? We're gonna do something about this. Let's change this. Babe, we're making you a PC next. And
we're gonna build with new parts.
And you're getting built with brand new parts. Like we're no more like, oh, we're gonna scrounge together what we have from previous builds. Because everything else have been like pre-owned, pre-existing parts. Junkyard builds. And
we used to pray for nights like these.
We used to pray for nights like these. Excuse my pajama shorts, kindly viewers. But we do have one of the parts in. Now, me and my wife, we're doing twinsy builds. So we're going to basically build the same computer twice. One for me, one for her, because I want to have a micro ATX build. Because I've never had one. I want a smaller form factor computer. I like this one a lot, but I've always just wanted to build in something smaller.
That case weighs like 50 pounds.
My current case, the height Y60, even without the water in it, it weighs like 50 fucking pounds. But my case came in. Her case is coming in tomorrow. But I'm going to go grab it so you lovely viewers can see. Disregard my pajama shorts. If you can see them. Oh no! The lid came off. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm really...
It's the Tower 200. He's...
Shut up,
he's
bitch.
Back. Not me. I'm a budget baller. I'm rocking a Sama right now.
He is running a Sama, and it's a slick Sama. So this here is my version of the case. It's in the racing green. It's the Tower 300 by Thermaltake. And my wife is getting the Tower
The
300
matcha.
in no, she's getting it in hydrangea blue.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
I
like, slay. Slay, wife. Slay your enemies. But yeah,
but all
she's
new
getting all new
parts,
parts.
which is very exciting. We
Super
love new parts
exciting.
around here.
We do.
Are you guys doing high RGB? Are you doing no RGB?
So, hasn't fully been decided. So, I know that I'm getting the matching fans. So, with her case being hydrangea blue, I'm getting the matching hydrangea blue Thermaltake fans. Those
Mm-hmm.
are RGB. So, it's going to be medium RGB.
Mm.
Because I think that's going to
See,
be the only RGB component.
with my build, I went full RGB because I bought some used parts from a friend.
Oh, okay.
Um, and the RAM they had was RGB. The my build is RGB because the RAM was RGB.
I get it.
So that's why I have 5, 10, 11 RGB fans.
It looks, I kid you not, and I mean this in the most polite, respectful way. It looks like an 11-year-old Fortnite streamer's dream
It does. It really
in the
does.
best, most loving way. Like when you think of Fortnite streamer's wet dream, that's it.
It's
Fans up
that
the
PC case.
wazoo, RGB unicorn puke, but it looks respectable.
Yeah, you right now I actually have it in cycling RGB, but usually based on like what figure I put in there, I rotate out figures. If it's Broly, it's like that Baja Blast green.
Oh yeah.
Um, my sister got me this Gengar thing. If that's in there, then it's the purple. Um,
Ooh, I can tell you this. For Kristen's build, almost all of her components are going to be white.
uh,
So I got us both matching white micro MATX motherboards.
uh,
So it's going to be very fun. I want so badly. I want so fucking badly to buy the Trident Z Royal RAM. Do you
mhm.
know that what that is?
It's very expensive.
It's very expensive, but it's that like glass diamond
Yeah,
encrusted RAM. Oh, I want it to be gaudy as fuck because my wife deserves it. Ooh, I'm
I,
so
I'm actually
excited.
I'm actually surprised that her case is as loud as it is.
I am
That makes
too.
sense.
Like I was expecting like this green, like this dark forest green for her. But no,
Yeah.
she wanted the blue. She wanted the blue and she wants it to be like white and I think she's going knowing her, she's going to put like the quietness, the mushrooms, the cottage core in the accessories. She's going to put like little figures on the inside and little statues around it and on
Hmm.
top of it and drape it in ivy because she again, my wife all about the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But I
You
think
going
she wants that
AIO?
little piece of loud.
You going AIO cooled?
Yes.
You gonna do the ones with the screens?
Yes. I know.
She
She because she deserves it.
bougie in here.
Absolutely.
Plague's actually because I want it too.
Because I want it too. Um but no, so when I brought this up to my wife, knowing you know how she is. She was like,
Mm,
"That's sweet. It is kind of funny that you haven't built me one, but I'm fine." And now she's like,
it's not fine.
"Yeah, I kind of really want that." Yeah, I
It's
kind
not
of
fine. We
It's not fine. You
we
deserve
didn't.
this.
It's not. Listen. Finally, my arguments have gone noticed.
Yeah,
Because I always was like, God, we Plague. You need to do something about this. This is. I'm embarrassed for you.
I know. It was not without me trying. I was always like, "Oh, babe, I want to build you a computer." And she'd always be like, "Oh, it's okay. Whenever we have the money, whenever we have the time." "Oh, but that sounds like a lot of work." And now it's just like, we've built all these cases and we have all these people that are knowledgeable and we've spent all this time. And now it's like, fuck it, we're doing it. Like,
Hmm.
I literally sat her down. I'm like, okay, what case do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I really like that
I,
one.
I am surprised that she's not doing a wood
I am too.
accented case.
I'm more surprised that I'm not doing a wood case.
I am too. I thought for sure you bought that wood face
I
Sama.
really was thinking about it. But I
So
really like the funkiness of this one.
yeah, so those of you that don't know, I build PCs balling on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
I did ball out with my PC. I have a lot of very expensive components in my PC. Um, a lot of components are more expensive than I needed.
Hey, we take it.
I did not need the 7900X. I didn't need it.
Ooh, you know what she's getting?
Hmm.
Oh my god, I thought Duchess just smacked open the door. She just fully thrusted her whole weight against the door. She's getting the Ryzen 7. Fuck.
7800X 3D,
Yes,
7850X 3D.
not the 50.
Good processor.
Because one of them was like $100 cheaper. I haven't bought it
Correct.
yet, but
Correct.
yeah.
Mine is not the 3D. I should have waited and bought the 3D. But
We
this is
didn't
on a
know that
really
the
good
3Ds
set.
were going to be this fucking good.
We did.
I didn't.
We super did. But this was on a really good sale. The little bit of video editing I do, the little bit of CAD I do,
Yeah.
I don't need the 3D. I probably could have gotten away with the Ryzen 7. I didn't need the Ryzen 9. 48 gigs of RAM, which they don't sell these sticks anymore.
You're kind of just trapped with them now.
I'm OCD about it. Like, I know that technically your motherboard can run 4 sticks of memory slower than 2, but my OCD is like, but this gap looks ugly.
I'm in the same boat. I hate only having 2 sticks of RAM. I don't know how I've done this for this long.
I'm okay with 2 sticks of RAM, but I wish this motherboard only had 2 slots.
Mm-hmm. Hey, is that a DDR4 motherboard?
No, it's DDR5.
Fuck. I have like fucking 64 gigs of Dominator RGB just sitting here. And I hate it because I love it and I want to use it, but I can't.
Hang on, I'm probably doing another build.
Okay.
I'm probably doing an AM4 build, so.
Okay.
Because you can buy a 5600X for, or a 5500X for
$98.
not $90.
Yeah, it's like $90. When you told
And
me
you
to
can buy
look
a
at the
motherboard.
sales, yeah.
You can buy a motherboard for it for 70.
Yeah. Oh, these MATX motherboards that I bought,
Yep.
they're like $210 normally. I got them for $115 a piece.
Yep. Shell shocker, baby.
Shell shocker deals. Fuck, we've been talking about computer components for so
Yeah.
long.
It's been a computer episode.
Very computer heavy. But yeah, that's basically what happened. That's why there's been a long break. My computer made a oopsie whoopsie poopsie. Definitely shot sparks and fire out of it. Had to basically fully rebuild everything. Had to get a new graphics card. The graphics card happened during the... One second. Let the purging commence.
A mod in our podcast?
What's up?
I'm not a mod in our podcast?
You're not?
What is this?
Well, type something. Let me fix it.
I can't believe this. Also, if you hear a dog barking, that is my neighbor's dog, Dean.
Ooh.
He hates bunny rabbits.
He hates them. Absolutely hates them. And that's crazy how you're not. There you go.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Sorry, we had to do a bit of purging. Yeah, made it oopsie whoopsie. Had to get the graphics card during the great graphics card debacle of the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025.
No shit. It's wild out there.
Mm-hmm. And now, the 7900 XTXs, which I got for like 800, are now being sold for 1400.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Fuck you guys.
I,
Back to the scalpers. But yeah,
yeah.
what did you guys do with your week? What did you do with your week, Jesse?
You
Or
know,
your
I've
month
been
and a
working.
half?
We, we've been working. We both got registered for Adepticon. We've been playing a lot of Age of Sigmar.
Yep, absolutely.
Flag has fought my Adepticon list too many times.
Fuck your giants.
Plague hates fighting the giants. Actually, Plague doesn't hate fighting the giants.
No, the
The
giants
giants are
are
fine.
fine.
It's Kragnos that
Kragnos
keeps
can
stealing
suck my left
Krondus's
nut.
knees.
Kragnos can suck my left nut. Listen,
Oh, but he's so fun.
listen. So imagine you get this guy who can go into any destruction army because reasons. And if he charges, he gets to hit you with 75 dice that hit on a 1. And
It's not that bad.
if he doesn't charge, it's fine. He can hit you on anything unless if it's a 7. Then nothing happens, but only if it's a 7. And then
So
he gets 4 more attacks that do like 25 hits. Go on. What am I wrong about?
so what Plague's talking about with when Kragnos charges, you roll 2d6, and as long as you don't roll a 7, you multiply those two dice together, and he does that many mortal wounds. As long as he charges a monster. Which Krondus is a monster.
So Krondus is my big dragon, the big dragon of the Stormcast Eternals. He is the centerpiece. He is the one that you want to keep alive. He is your wizard. If you're playing Krondus, he is your wizard.
Yep.
And he dies. There's
Yeah.
no way
Yes.
to keep Krondus alive. Now there is ways, just not with what I have available and not with my current skill set and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And
So Plague is
Jesse likes to take advantage of that and just keep beating me
I
into
don't.
the fucking ground and kicking
I
my
don't
dick.
listen. It's not my fault. Okay, I see big monster, and I want to hit it with my big monster.
It's fair.
That's not my fault.
It's 100% fair.
But we Plague's gonna play another member of our community tomorrow.
Yes, I'm very excited.
He's gonna be playing against vampires. I will be playing against Slaves to Darkness.
Ooh,
Probably. Maybe trolls, but probably Slaves to Darkness.
that is another army that I am interested in.
Slaves to Darkness?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're
cool.
Stormcast but good.
So some guy told Plague that I would only play Stormcast if Slaves of Darkness got nerfed. And I only play Slaves of Darkness if Seraphon got nerfed. And I only play Seraphon.
If Cities of Sigmar got nerfed.
He's this old duffer that comes to the store and just complains about stuff
Yeah.
just to get at people.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And like
So-
the funniest part about this whole experience, so it was the day that I was making the switch from Skaven to Stormcast, and it was also the same day that Stormcast got their new rule book for 4th edition. And so I'm there picking up the Stormcast Battle Tome the day it released. And little do I see that he is also carrying the Stormcast Battle Tome as he's telling me that the only reason he would play Stormcast is if slaves were nerfed. As he's holding the Battle Tome to buy it.
And so I came to the realization we were sitting at the there's a bar next to Turbulent or whatever. Turbulent Games is our game store.
Haha.
Whatever.
Love you guys.
There's a bar next to the store, and we were sitting there. I was telling the story to some of our community members, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's him!"
You got it. Fucking hammer the nail. You know exactly who it was.
And we were talking about it at the store on last Friday when we went and played a game. But we got registered for Adepticon. That was a bit of a debacle.
Oh my god. You almost crashed the fuck out.
So Plague got in, he got his swag bag, he got registered for Age of Sigmar, checked out, everything went fine. I did it. and I had the spinning wheel of death. And I
You
went,
you checked for
no,
your swag bag,
no.
you signed in for Adepticon, and you were going to pay, and it
Yep.
was loading and loading and loading.
Turns out I did get registered, but there was like an issue with my card or something. Um, and talking to the guys at Adepticon, they got me sorted. I got my swag bag. I got registered for my event. We're chilling. But man, was that an anxiety riddled hour and a half.
It was literally half an hour of trying to get in to register, and then an hour of you sitting on that loading screen fighting the demons of like
To not
trying
hit refresh.
to not hit refresh. Yeah, exactly. And then the demons won, and you missed out on the swag bag.
Yep.
And
But I didn't. I talked to them and they're like, nope, we have you registered. Looks like your card had an error. We still got your swag bag and all that stuff. So
very
shout
cool.
out to the guys at Adepticon. They got back to me very fast.
I'm so excited for Adepticon, man.
I'm excited for you to experience Adepticon.
I can't wait to smell the smells I'm about to smell.
We're gonna go.
How are we gonna get to Adepticon?
So our game store bought a van.
They bought a van. Are we going to? Can we please Sharpie the side of the van?
Uh,
Oh, I can't wait. I really.
I
hope we
would
can.
love to. I think this time we're just going just basic gray van.
Okay.
But I
Damn.
think they want to end up wrapping the van at some point.
Okay. Because I was thinking we all
So-
like sign the van and like draw a little picture. That'd be sick.
So yeah, we're both very excited to go. We're both very excited to play in the tournament. Plague's gonna get a few more practice games, not against Giants.
Not against Giants. You know, you would.
I can't
think
wait for his first round opponent. That it's gonna just be Kragnos, three big Giants.
You would think. You would think, right? Like, oh, I only have to kill these 5 models. No. I can't. Other people could. You know, honestly, after Adepticon, because I really want to practice Stormcast, but after Adepticon, I want to go against your Giants with my Skaven. I think that might actually be a better move.
Potentially.
Except, oh no, look, your Doomflayers are right up against Kragnos. Oh! Are they all monsters? Yep. They're all monsters.
They're not, but
they're not.
We're gonna play some demos at Adepticon. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna eat some food.
Yeah.
We're all staying in an Airbnb.
I'm very excited. Me and Jesse are going to be in the same bed.
We are not.
I'm going to make sure that we are in the same bed.
We are not.
I stay up later than Jesse.
Keep it out of the fan fiction.
If you guys write fan fiction, please send it to dungeonfrightsandannimefights@gmail.com. I repeat, that's dungeonfrightsandannimefights@gmail.com. I will read through each and every single one of the fan fictions, and maybe we'll release a video about it where I will read them live.
Plague, if you get into my bed at Adepticon, I'll release the picture.
Still send them my way.
They're all enemies turned lovers.
Enemies turned lovers. Lovers turned enemies, but hate fuck.
I can't fucking do this, man.
But yeah, no, Adepticon's going to be a good time. I'm really excited to see what's in the swag bag. I really hope it's an entire box of Skaven Tide.
The year after Dominion, that's what it was.
If it's not, I'm going to be so fucking let down. I'm going to be so let down. I need all of that stuff.
Leaving the convention when it was Dominion, there was just boxes of Dominion sitting next to garbage cans.
Delicious.
But yeah, it's exciting. We're excited. There's something else we're gonna talk about. Oh, so a bit of sad news on the DeFaf front. Taylor's Wife's campaign has come to a stop.
Oh, yep.
The reason I want to bring it up is because burnout's a real thing. Unfortunately, she got to a point where she said, I'm not having fun DMing this campaign. Um, I need to be done.
Yep.
And for the viewers at home, that's okay.
It. I would like to preface that every single member of that party was very supportive, and they were like, "Yeah, no one made it about them or their character or, oh, but how is so and so story gonna end?" Nothing like that. Everyone was,
I,
sounds
I
good.
do I do give her a little guff,
Oh yeah, well,
but never anything serious.
yeah.
Um, be like, poor Torv lost to the Aether.
It
No one will know how the story ends.
it basically boiled down to my wife basically just it became a chore,
Hmm.
and she stopped finding the passion. She lost the passion and she doesn't know why. And she wants to take time to kind of try to refine and reignite that passion before she throws herself into another DMing scenario, because
Hmm.
otherwise it's just kind of dragging her feet through the mud over and over and over again. And we all know where that gets you. If you keep trying something that you're not having fun with,
Yeah,
then you're just never going to do it again.
we talked about on one of the first episodes of the pod where no D&D is better than bad D&D.
Exactly.
If you're not having fun, stop playing.
Exactly.
Take your ball and go home.
Yep. Because
And
at
that's
least you'll
that's
still have a
okay.
ball.
Yeah, and that's okay. So
100%.
we're gonna do some Curse of Strahd. We're gonna do that online. We have some online friends that want to play D&D with us. So I'm getting back in the DM seat.
Very
Um,
exciting.
out of a book. I'm not doing homebrew. There will be a little bit, of course, because there always is.
Right.
But for the most part, it'll be out of the book.
I don't know anything about Curse of Strahd except that Strahd is a vampire. I
He do be
think.
a vampire. He
Okay.
is a vampire.
Oh, and he lives in a castle.
He does live in a castle.
And there's a fog?
There's a fog. You're know a lot more than you think.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting there. All
Um,
right.
so we've been gearing up for that, getting things squared away, getting players set up. And I'm kind of excited. I like Curse of Strahd. I've played through Curse of Strahd, but I've never DM'd it, so that'll be new for me. I'm excited to see a player die, probably,
Probably.
because players die in Curse of Strahd.
Oh man, now I'm not gonna play Montgomery Tinsel.
It's one of those campaigns where a player or two does die. That's how it goes.
It's very rough on the party.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to. So you were my first DM, and
Mhm.
now having DM'd a campaign and playing through another campaign, going back into this seat with you as the DM again, I'm very excited to see how this will go.
Me too. I'm excited to just do it out of a book where a lot of the work is done.
Yeah. But
So,
not as much as you
uh,
would think.
yeah, I've listened to both the Curse of Strahd books, just to get kind of more in the mindset of Strahd as a character.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have it down, so we'll see.
I want to suck your blood. How hard can it be?
It's Strahd. Oh shoot! We were gonna talk about something else, Plague.
Pokemon Day,
Pokemon Day,
computer exploding.
D&D game over. The new Like a Dragon game came out, but you haven't played it, and I'm not a Like a Dragon guy, so
There's
that game's
that.
out.
We started a Baldur's Gate 3 campaign with our
We
good friend
did.
Astro.
We did, and she's gonna be one of the players in the
Curse of
Curse of
Strahd game.
Strahd.
She is. That was where I brought up my character Montgomery Tinsel. I'm loving him.
Montgomery Tinsel. I know what we're gonna talk about. You, Astro, your wife, and I
Oh yes.
started playing a little funny game last night called Repo.
Just came out yesterday.
you are a little robot. It's a Lethal Company like.
Yep.
So you're little robots, and you're basically stealing shit out of these houses
Yep.
that you crashed your car into. And there's horrible monsters.
The tax man wants the money.
And we've been playing, and Plague's working on a video. I'm gonna send him some clips because we'll probably play tonight.
Yep.
But there was a part before we were recording where there's a big harp, and you can take it. But where you grab it, it'll play the strings.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's just one of those little touches. And so Plague and I were gonna pick this up. I picked up one end, and he was picking up the other end. And I look over, and there's this horrible monster.
It's like a creature made of hands.
Yeah, and I'm like, and he just gets snatched, and I'm like,
Ah! And you have to carry the harp with 2 people, by the way. Most things you have to have 2 people carry.
Yep. And like when it like bumps into a wall, it'll lose value. When it, if you drop it on the floor, it'll lose value.
If you get your eyesight taken over by an eye coming out of the ceiling,
you'll drop it,
and it'll lose all
and
of
it'll
its
lose
value.
a bunch of money. That's what happens.
It's very fun. It's so different from Lethal Company in all of the right ways to where it's not exactly the same, but in all the right ways. You know what I mean?
Yep, like your flashlight never runs out. It's got the generated maps like Lethal Company, but it's like we played 4 different environments last night.
Yep.
And those maps were all totally different from each other.
Yep.
The loot was totally different.
The monsters were all very different.
It's very funny when the gnomes attack you, and you just like the way you combat the gnomes, you just throw them against the wall.
Yeah, you have to pick them up and like toss them. They're
it's
like
very
items.
Funny.
Yeah, no, like I don't even know how to word it. Like, it's like Lethal Company, but not at all. Yep. You are collecting things, and that's it. Like, you're with your friends in a scary environment collecting things. Other than that, the game is completely different. But yeah, no, it was a blast. I shocked them because I was like, so I'm the type of person where all of the best moments are captured when people don't know that. I remember what else we were going to talk about. Your birthday present. But we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, you motherfucker.
But all of the best moments are always recorded when people don't know they're being recorded. And so I was like, you know what? This game just came out. I'm gonna just record because we're having a blast. And this was like 30 minutes into it. This was 30 minutes into it. So I didn't let any of the guys know that I was recording them. And gold.
And every time you talk, your mouth moves like this, like the
Canadians in South Park. Yeah,
it's very funny because you'll be under a bed hiding, and you're just like, shh, 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 be quiet.
Shut up. But
it's very, very funny.
We had a blast. But yeah, that's a very good game, and it's only $8.
It's $8, so it's under a gigabyte,
and it's under a gig. Like literally, you can play it once, and if you get 2 hours of content or 2 hours of gameplay,
it's cheaper than going to a movie.
Yeah, 2 hours of gameplay with your friends, and you've already made your money.
Yep.
Literally, one night of gaming with 2 friends, you've made your money.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so funny.
Oh yeah. But
so,
Jesse, what did you get for your birthday?
Plague brought my birthday present. Okay, I specifically told Plague to not buy me this. And then his excuse was, "Oh, but your son will love it in a few years."
Hey, it's a good excuse because it's true.
This comes off that I'm very ungrateful, and I'm not. I am super grateful they would do this for me. I'm grateful that they care enough about me to do this.
The other excuse was it wasn't just my half of money. I also used my wife's half of a present.
I told them to just buy me another 24-pack of monsters.
Yeah, like a case of monsters.
So they bought me a VR headset.
Ooh, fuck, my hair.
So we've been using this for content. Um, I'm
Oh
trying to
man.
content farm some VR chat. So the issue with VR chat that I'm having currently is I can't in good faith record minors, right? VR chat is full of minors.
Yeah.
I have the opposite problem that the predators I'm trying to out have.
So this all stemmed from an idea that me and Justy had where we were like, God, there's some fucking weirdos on VR chat, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to see some of the cringiest shit. I want to see you deal because I'm very much an unconfrontational person. I don't like confrontation. I don't like getting in people's business. Jesty, on the other hand, complete opposite. He'll tell you like it is, and he'll tell you like he means it. And I was like, I just want to see you, get in there, get in their faces about it,
And
and
we
just make
we
content.
we we got in there, all right. And the like I said, the issue is I can't in good faith record minors. I can't do it.
Yep.
It doesn't feel right. It isn't right. Um, but they're often in the same rooms as the weirdos,
Yes.
right?
Which is why the weirdos are there.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you tell, because again, it all stems from if you let them know that you're recording them, then that takes care of the issue. But then you're not going to get what you want to get.
Yep. We almost need like a decoy. We'll go
Yes.
full catch the weirdos.
Yes. Um, that this is not to say that like we're trying to be vigilantes or
No,
doing anything. No, we're
absolutely not.
no. This
This is
is
just it's
yeah.
to raise awareness. I'm not gonna call the cops on these people. I'm not gonna share their IP address or their home
Names
address,
or anything like that.
names.
No.
I probably wouldn't even share usernames, to
No.
be honest.
And
Um,
genuinely, this is more so just so
it's
let me step in here for a second. So the VR chat experience so far, as someone who has been out of VR chat, I've never been in. I haven't experienced anything with it besides this and like one night like 3 years ago.
mhm,
Um, it has been very much a place of understanding multiple cultures because the
mhm.
first night we went in and man, you got some fucking weirdos. You got some people
Yeah.
being like, "Oh, honey, oh, do you want me to be Sonic? Oh, yeah, but only if you're the
If your
female
girl
Sonic.
Sonic,
Only if you're girl Sonic."
and keep in mind, I am a Kermit the Frog that's been like demented.
Yeah, you've
I'm
been
like
like deep
Uganda. I
fried.
I'm a Kermit the Frog that has been Uganda knuckles.
Yes. And you are in a room with this couple who is cyber sexing, who is like, I only want to sleep with you if you're girl Sonic. But then a day later, you go in and you're like, let's go try to find and again, forgive me, we're not trying to seek out anything specific, but
Yeah.
you go into this furry den haven and you meet some of the chillest,
Most
most
wholesome, chill
accepting,
people.
wholesome people that were like, hey, Justy, welcome to my little area. Welcome to my instance. We try to keep it nice and wholesome in here. What are you up to tonight? And like, legitimately, like, some of the nicest
Had a
people we
decent
have ever met.
conversation.
Yeah. And
Um,
like, it's baffling.
it's feast or famine.
It really is.
That first night, I was like, we're gonna have content forever.
That first night, you ran into someone dressed up as Hitler.
I sure did. I sure friggin' did. And then, we also no, that second night, I ran into a room and there was just dudes just out, you know.
Yeah, dudes with their dicks out.
And I was just, you
There,
two gonna fence or?
there's nothing. Here is the experience that we've had with VR chat in a nutshell. Jesty went into a room where there was a guy whose avatar was Aaron Yeager, and this Aaron Yeager was
Was
spitting facts.
just blasting this guy who was like, I like this rapper and yada yada yada. But just blasting him. And
But
I'm like, wow.
not like in a way that was rude, but he was like being accepting, but he was calling him out at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if you want to be here, you can't be a fucking asshole, all right? Like, it's cool that you feel this way, and it's cool that, you know, you think that you're this tough shit, but you got to respect people's boundaries. And
I about died when uh this guy was just like, yeah, well, I got a Quest 3 on my head. What do you got?
you got
And Aaron
nothing. I
Yeager,
got a Quest 3 on my head.
Aaron Yeager goes, oh, you got a nicer head to set than me? Dap me up, boy.
Dab me up, boy.
Dap
You
me,
got a nicer
dap me up.
headset, dude. That's awesome for you, dude.
Keep in
Dab me
mind,
up.
this is a guy who is dressed up like Aaron Yeager.
Dressed up like
There's
time
also
skip
like
Aaron Yeager.
there's also like a skeleton furry that was like every time Aaron Yeager would say something, be like, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's my home dog.
They
And
did
now,
not know each other.
and again, this is VR chat in a nutshell. Let me explain this to you. Not even 2 minutes later, a guy walks in, sits on the couch, and is like, "Oh, I'm assuming that this isn't an 18 plus server, huh?" And Aaron Yeager looks at him and goes, "Listen, man, if you want to whip your dick out, that's fine. But like, no, it's
Chilling.
not. We're chilling."
And he goes, is that Impractical Jokers? Because we had like a YouTube video
Of like an entire Impractical Jokers episode. He goes from, "Oh, I guess this isn't an 18 plus server. Oh, is that Impractical Jokers?" Insane. The funniest comedic timing
Oh
I've
my
ever
God.
seen.
Oh shit, is that Impractical Jokers?
So yeah, like we're going to try our best to utilize this VR headset for some sort of content while also skating around the minors and skating around
Yeah.
the stuff that you don't want to see, because there is a lot of stuff like sexual abuse, minors, Hitler, hate speech, stuff
Yep.
like that.
And we're not trying to promote any of that.
We're not.
We're just trying to show you some cringe.
We're trying to show you cringe. We're trying to show you some weird shit. We're trying to show you some funny shit. And honestly, it is a blast. But again, we've realized, and Justy for sure has realized, that there's a lot of skating around that needs to be done.
Yep. But we're gonna
Um,
try. And it might be just clips that get added to a gaming of the week compilation that we might start doing.
yeah,
We don't know yet.
we don't know.
We don't know where the VR lives in our entertainment sphere.
It might be a super late night drunk stream where like 18 plus stream, all bets are off. You know what you're getting into when you join the stream,
Yep.
but it might not
We
be
don't know
a
yet.
published thing.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a rundown before we hit the road and play some repo, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So I've been up to some stuff. I've been up to some things.
You have been.
So besides painting a shit ton to get ready for Adepticon, me and the wife watched, in order, Creature Commandos on HBO Max. Fantastic series. If you haven't watched it, it's 7, 8 episodes.
I think it's 8 episodes.
Super good. Super good.
Yeah.
All of
It's all right.
DC's animated stuff, very good. We also watched X-Men 97.
So fucking good.
Even
Nightcrawler's so goddamn cute in that
Oh
series.
my god, he's so good. And when he gets
love
the
his little-
swords,
I love his little giggle when he's like, ha ha.
oh my god. And Magneto's speed.
I need the X-Men 97 Magneto skin.
Oh,
With the gloves?
with the full fucking gloves.
He's surfing cunt.
He serves nothing but straight ass cunt. Oh shit, now I'm thinking about Magneto, and now I've lost my train of thought.
Also, one of our other friends just bought Repo.
Oh fuck. Friendship with Krondus has ended. Now, Ionis is my new best friend. Thank you, Justy.
He looks sick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait for you to see him in person.
I'm so excited to see him tomorrow.
This is a 2-day painting bender in action.
It's like it's
Justy,
much better than the rest of us.
Justy bought him for me after my 4th and final loss against the Giants, because it won't happen again.
Yeah, never again.
Never again. Never again. Um, but yeah, Creature Commandos, X-Men 97. Oh, me, Astro, and our good friend JT, who may or may not have set my computer on fire. Just kidding. We watched a movie, which was one of my last movies on my bucket list that I've been meaning to watch, called Redline, which was one of the last movies that was ever fully hand animated. Um, that's a fucking fire ass movie about fucking cars going fast. The last movie made by the anime studio Gainax,
Mm-hmm.
which then disbanded and became Trigger.
Yep. We
Dude,
love Trigger here.
we love Trigger. We're a Trigger fucking podcast. Damn. Super good. If you don't care about racing, you're probably going to like this. If you don't care about anime, you're still probably going to like this. It's just a feel-good movie with excellent animation, fast-paced scenes, and just a feel-good story about love, jet fuel, and fucking fast cars.
Oh yeah.
Jesty also gave me a bit of a present. He gave me a giant bag of fucking paint, which I kid you not.
It's like 10 pounds of paint.
I kid you not. You're not going to be able to see this unless if you watch the stream right now. Little bit of editing magic. I'm going to just point my camera down here. Is all on the floor, which is where I've been just grabbing it from because I don't have space for it. So I'm just grabbing it from the floor because I've been using it all week.
So the reason I gave him all that paint is I only use Pro Acryl paints now. They just work best for my paint style.
Mm.
So I was like, I have all these fucking paints sitting in my house. I just kind of like went into a bag and just like, here you go.
Here you go.
They're in various states of repair, in various states of disrepair.
There's a lot of contrast in there. I love myself some contrast and speed paint. That's my way of painting. But I also do a lot of mix where I throw in a lot of just normal base acrylic paint. So like the Citadel base and layer painting. I do that a lot. So this is
87 pots of Bugman's Glow.
87 fucking pots of Bugman's Glow, which I already have fucking 4 of them in my drawer. That's fine. We're fine here. Shit. Marvel Rivals. I reached gold. I hit gold in Marvel Rivals.
You did. And the thing is out, and I have been playing nothing but
the thing. Yep. Nothing but the thing. And he's good. He's such a good Vanguard. We didn't make this whole episode about Marvel Rivals. Good for us.
He's a good Vanguard number 2. He struggles a little bit. He struggles a little bit in the solo. Slot.
Yes.
But if you have a Vanguard 1, if you like, we've been playing Hulk in the thing as
when you have the Costco guys.
And we've been running and going, Costco!
Costco guys!
Oh, so sorry about your loss. You get 5 big booms.
We're gonna make I'm gonna make a little shitty fucking TikTok, little fucking MLG edited style fucking video about the Costco guys experience in Marvel Rivals. It's gonna be edited like shit, and I'm gonna love it. Of my Hulk and your Thing experience. But yeah, the Thing and the Human Torch came out. They're both of them are very good additions to the game. Both of them fill a role that needed to happen. Shit, man. It's been so long that I forgot the rest, so I guess it didn't really matter.
Well, we're a little rusty. We took a long break. We're only gonna get better as the episodes come out.
Yep.
But we're both gonna go play some Repo, and you should too. It's $8.
It's $8. Pick it up.
If you like little scary horror games, you should pick it up.
If you like multiplayer games with your friends, pick it up.
Yeah, it's $8.
$8.
You should play it.
Hey, skip the shitty Subway sandwich you're gonna get for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Buy Repo instead.
I think if you play Repo, you will enjoy it.
I think so too.
Genuinely. But that's gonna be it for us.
Ooh, right on the money by like a little less than 10 minutes. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. We love you.
Drink water.
Drink water. Get ready.
Hug a friend.
Hug a friend. Kiss a friend with consent.
Calm down.
Also with consent.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.